Hello everyone, this is Relationship Gist with Joe Ibe, a special time, a special moment, and I really believe God that this will get to you in good faith, and this is my expectation. I really want to talk about service. I appreciate God for today when my husband was actually preaching and he said something about be your helper's helper. I was like, really? Your helper, you have to be his helper. And I have to I wrote it down because most times when I was preparing for this, talking about service, that most times the reason people are really in lack I want is because they don't know how to serve. I'm going to talk about serving in different ways. I'll talk about ministry service, I'll talk about apprentice service, and I know the disadvantage and advantage of serving. The disadvantage is when you serve the wrong person. When you meet the wrong people and you become you are learning trade from them because they are the wrong persons. These are bad leaders. Okay, when you finish serving, is either they frame you up or they settle you with for what people believe evil money, and with that evil money you end up not achieving anything. That's serving a bad leader. And above all, no matter how you serve a wrong person, because you serve genuinely, if that person does not settle you rightly, God definitely will settle you. And I don't want you to give up on people. So I'll take us to Bible, okay, before I will start talking more about it. Now, in Bible, in Romans 12 verse 1, Jesus was talking about serving, to serve God. The Bible was talking about serving God. They say believers are called to worship and honor God through obedience and faithfulness. Believers are called to serve God through what? Two things: obedience and faithfulness. Meaning, in service, there are things that we have to look out for: obedience and faithfulness. So meaning, for you to serve rightly, you have to know how to obey, and you have to know how to be truthful. A lot of people are serving and they don't know how to obey. They lack these two things. They don't know how to obey, and they don't know how to be truthful. You are serving with your lips. Within your heart, what is there is different. And a lot of people serve for wrong purpose because of what they want to get. But when service becomes something you enjoy, you see that getting the benefit of service becomes very cheap and very easy. When you serve in sincerity, in obedience, and in faithfulness, you see that your blessing will just become, you can't explain it. People who genuinely serve God are people who enjoy favor, unmerited favor. So if you are in church and at the end of the day you are saying that you have been serving but there is no benefit, then check your service that you render, because your service is not a help to the church, it's not a help to the pastor, it's not a help to a man, and in general your service is not a help to those you feel you are serving. It's actually for yourself, because in your service lies your calling, in your service lies your passion. In your service lies your interest. Service was, if you want to render service, it must be something you enjoy. So why will you think that what you are enjoying, you are using it to help someone? No, you are the one enjoying it. Talking to you in about relationship, talking to you, sitting down here to talk to you is something I enjoy. So whether you are applauding me, whether you are clapping, whether you are not paying, but I'm enjoying what I'm doing. The little information I have, the little knowledge I have, I just want to share it, because for me, there are people that will need it, and there are people that will benefit from it. So when you are in church, when you are in service firm, your place of work, wherever you are and whatever you are doing, even as a business person, you are serving. Know that any service you render is a benefit to you if you do it rightly. It is when you don't do it rightly that you'll be losing out of that benefit. Okay, I might not be talking about benefit of service today, but there are benefits in serving. Then if you look at the second point, it says serving other. Now we just spoke about God. If you must serve God, you must serve in what? In obedience and faithfulness. How many of us are faithful to what we are doing? How many of us are faithful to God? How many of us are obedient to God? You are giving instruction, be in church by 7, you are coming by 9. That's no obedience. You are asked to do this and take question, you are asked to sow a seed, or you are led to sow a seed, and the Spirit of God minister to you that, okay, do it today. You now said, okay, because of what I want to do, let me do it tomorrow. That's not total obedience. And that's why a lot of people sow, they don't reap, they don't get the blessing. People serve, your seed, we'll talk about sowing. Your time is a seed. Coming to church is a seed, but plant it where. When you don't plant it where, you are losing out. Okay, worshiping God in the time of praise and worship is a seed that you are planting, and at the end of the day, you see a lot of people coming out during time of worship. God bless me. It was because that person at that point, at that time, that person worship faithfully, worship in obedience. In church today, people are worshiping. They are pressing their phone, they are on Facebook, they are social media platform. You are not serving God in total obedience. Because if you are serving in total obedience, you will drop your phone, you will drop every conversation. You see people, the minister is preaching from the altar, they are discussing behind. That is not also service. Coming to church as a member, that's a service. Because if you are not in church, pastor will not have someone to preach to. But you are already there, but are you there to receive the blessing coming from the altar? Your service is very important. Jesus emphasized on this in Mark 10 verse 24, where it stated that he came not to be served, but rather to serve. He came not to be served, but rather to serve. So his coming was not to come as was not for people to serve him. He was the Messiah. He was God himself. He was the Savior. But he wasn't coming. This is where a lot of people are missing it. Gifted people with gift, people with talent, people, they feel that their gift is for people to serve them. No, your gift is for you to serve people. And Jesus was telling us that in Mark 10:45. He was telling us how to use our gift. If God said he's going to bless the labor of your hand, it is out of your passion that the blessing will come. But when you are not passionate about what you are doing, the blessing will not come. Serving others. He said, I did not come. So the gift God gave to you, the talent, the wisdom, the knowledge you have, is for what? It's for business is good, but there's a place of service. There was a time I did a program on interior, and one of the lecturer that came told us that we were asking what is really, how do you know your calling in terms of business? What is that thing you are supposed to do that will enrich you? Yeah, because for everything we are doing is the profits that we're looking at for. Yes, no matter how spiritual you are looking at for the profits. And the guy said everything that brings money that is good, that God is not against, is your calling. If fashion is going to give you money and you know how to sew, please do it. If making of hair is going to give money, you know how to, please do it. If social media, you know how to talking. People are being paid for talking. Yes, comedians are being paid, singers are being paid, actors, actresses, they are being paid for talking, for displaying a script. So whatsoever it is, these are things, and when you see them doing it, those who really enjoy it, because the Bible says, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh. Those who are enjoying it, you see when they are doing, you could see it from the inside. At a point, you start seeing them as those characters because they are good at what they do or what they are doing. That's service. There are people, and the guy said something. He said, when you start, there are times you have to render free services. There's a place of voluntary work and there's a place of payment. Now, a lot of people will be saying, okay, they are graduates, they don't have experience. It's simple. If the places you are applying now said you are not experienced, so they cannot employ you. So who would then now employ you? It's very simple. This is where service come. Listen, voluntary work in the white man land, you can add voluntary work as part of your experience. People can volunteer, go to fame, those places you are in. Just that most times, because of the benefit, because of the money aspect of it, we are waiting for them to employ us. Now, if they are not coming, that place, imagine now your target. Let me say, as of rep, that's your target. Why not locate someone and tell the person, sir, can I be your secretary? Can I be your this? Can I be your that? What do you have there? What is that talent? Can I even be your render service? No, sir, I don't want you to pay. Mad, I don't want you to pay. Voluntary work, you can get a open door. That place that refuse to carry you, that refuse to see and check if you can do it, by the time you volunteer to do it and you have showed them what you have, if you say you are leaving, you will see how they will beg you to stay back. It's the truth. So I see that when men are poor, it's because they lack service. People are poor because they want people to serve them. People are poor because they are not ready to serve. Now, if I come back to ministry sector, which is church, most great men I've seen today are people who truly served. There are great men of God that I've come to know in my few days on earth. I know of Reverend Tom of Christ Embassy. Through serving, God has blessed him. I know of Dr. Kingsley Yoreagbe from Omega Fire Ministry. Through service, God has blessed him. Many more pastors out there who became assistant. This one that you want to, is not wrong if you want to be the head. It's not a bad thing, but are you called for it? If at all you are called for it, have you served? If you don't know how to serve, please, you can't be served. That's the truth. A lot of people want to be a boss. Nobody wants to serve. Even the ones that are leaders, they are not also ready to render. Jesus came to this planet, to this earth. He was a leader. He's still a leader. He's our father, but he decided to serve us to the point he has to wash our feet. Washing of feet has to do with a slave cleaning the legs of their masters. What it takes to serve: humility, being humble. When you are proud, you can't serve. How do you look at it that your master will ask you, bring your leg, carry water, wash it, carry rag and handkerchief and clean it? How many masters today who has help will carry their ass help and say, you are not bathing well, let me bathe you? But I have to be a mother to a young girl. How many of them will settle down, okay, or go to a small boy, housemaid, your hair is rough, I can cut, let me cut? How many? But humility, humble. When a man is humble, he will do all of this. You understand? Serving others, you can be blessed through that. Then number 3 is spiritual gift in the body of Christ. 1 Peter 4 verse 10. Each believer is called to serve according to their gift. Each believer is called according to what is your gift that you have neglected. You have walked out of the house of God. I was talking to a set of persons today, and I told them a man of God went to a village crusade to do a program, and because of that program, because his relationship with God was so strong, and in the process of the crusade, it was showing that it was going to rain. There were signs of rain, and the man came out with that. There's this boldness you have when you have built your relationship with God. So I'm saying. And the man said, he raised up his Bible and said, he serve a living God, and if truly he serve a living God, this rain will not fall. But if the rain fall, they will know that he doesn't serve a living God. The more the man was praying, the more the more it was raining. And out of shame, this man angrily left the crusade ground. From that day, entered bar, began to drink. It was a story I had. I don't know the person, I had it, and I love the story. He began to drink. He was angry. He was disappointed in God. He was angry with God. Few months later, he ran into a man who was shouting, man of God, I've been looking for you. Man of God, I've been looking for you. Please, pray for me. I've been looking for you. Your God is the strongest God I've ever seen. The guy was wondering, I don't understand. At this point, this guy has done it wrong. I don't understand what you are saying. And this man began to talk. Who was the man? It was the strongest babalawo in that village. And whenever people are coming to come and do crusade, they say the man will stop it. So this time I was coming to obstruct the program, and the only thing that can stop it is water, whatsoever I carried I was going to use. I think it was something that had to do with gunpowder or so. So when he came, as this man was praying, but he didn't know why God allowed the rain to fall. It started raining, and the whole thing, everything that this man came with, were ruined. And this man was shocked, like, what kind of God is this that could stop his sham not to work? There must be something about this God. The God you are running away from, those who are fighting you are looking for that same God. A lot of us have walked out on God, disappointed in God, unknowing to us that thing where we are angry with God for is something that God has used to help us. A lot of us, pastor's wife, workers in church, couples, relationship, those into relationship, we are walk out of relationship unknowing to you that whatsoever that happened was for your own good. You walk out on God, you left everything. If you are passionate, if you walk in obedience, if you walk in faithfulness, you will know that not all the time that when you want God to say yes, he will say yes. God yes is right. God no is right. Everything about God is the best answer ever, but irrespective of what you are expecting, whatsoever you ask God is what God, whatsoever God wants for you is the best. And at the end of the day, this man began to cry. Why? Because he got it wrong. You are running away from what is looking for you. You are running away from, some of us, our gift. Remember, we're talking about spiritual gift. Our gift, we can't even stand. I'm ashamed. I don't like crowd. Really, before God gave you that gift, he knows you will be able to stand the crowd. And it's not about you. It's not about you. Ask if not 90 or 85% of motivational speaker or pastors, they will tell you that they are this shy person, but once they climb the podium, they don't know what happened. The Spirit of God just take over. Ask. No matter how long you will live here on earth, it can never be longer than eternity. And this is the truth. No matter how long you will stay here on earth, it can never be longer than eternity. It can never. How many days do you have on earth? How many years? How many years have you spent? How many years is remaining? Then you are one of those who has buried your seed, your talent, and say is a wicked master. You might not say is a wicked master, but your attitude have shown. How can this person have 3? Then I only have 1. How can this person have 5? I only have 1. Really? Because I've given to them according to their capacity. If God has given you a gift to make people laugh, that is the capacity you have. Do it. Don't try to sing. Stay in your comedy session. If God give you a voice to sing, stay there. Don't try to hard drama. If God added that one, fine. You are serving. Do you know how many people have learned from watching movies, listening to people? A lot of people sit down the media and they are learning. And I feel whatsoever you decide to see in media is what you will see. Social media is bad, but there are things there. There are times I see a lot of people talking about herbs. These are herbs that has helped us when we are growing. When civilization came, everybody stopped planting. I remember when I was very young, there are things you'll be looking for. There's a lift in tomorrow. I'm still looking for somebody to teach me that lift. They call it hospital too far. For those who know it. No matter the injury, no matter the ailment, that's why they call it hospital too far. That one, you just go to the back of your yard and pluck it, then squeeze it and use the water for injury. But today we don't know any of those things. Our children have no idea. We don't plant. We are complaining everything now is fertilizer. You plant, you don't even know how to plant anymore. People are poor because they refuse to serve. And if you are complaining that the leaders are bad, the politicians are bad, listen, those who are serving, they are looking for prey. I'm telling you, the people you are complaining about, they are working on your lapses, your lassity to enrich themselves. There is something you will have that those people you are complaining about, even the politicians, even the president of the nation, there must be something you will know that he will be looking. He's not a messiah. He's not a spirit. There must be some. It might be concerning his health. It might be concerning his job, his position, whatsoever it may be. What do you have to render? You sit down to complain. You are not serving. You are complaining, but you have nothing to read. Even if they give you opportunity, ask yourself, why are you poor? A man said, the worst that will happen to a man is for a man to have two peas. You have poverty, you are proud. Is the worst ever, is the worst trophy ever that a man should have. Whether be it a man, be it a woman. It's the worst thing ever. And I discovered that poor people are really, really proud. When a poor man is around you, you will know. One, they want to show off. Two, in fact, show off. They don't have it. They can't render you that help. When you see someone trying to render, not because he's hungry, he's giving you some attention, find out, you would be shocked that that person is a CEO of a big company. Poor people are proud, they cannot serve. People sit down to be complaining. Poor people, I wish this video reach out to you watching me today, listening or trying to skip this video. I wish that you are poor not because the devil is fighting you. Are poor because there is this number 6, you have lost it. Because it's painful seeing people complaining, this one is not helping. When my husband said today, and he said, be your helper's helper. Imagine a man. Okay, can the president drive himself? If you have the president's contact, you are calling, hey, daddy, papa, didi, whatever you are calling them, sir, if you tell them you want to be a cleaner in their house, you see those calls you are making, you will not make it. Be a driver of a president, you are the president of all drivers in Nigeria. Being a cleaner, whatsoever you are doing in Aso Rock, you are the number 1 in Nigeria. You've not thought of that. There are big men, there are big women around you. Have you decided to go work with them? No. So you see all these people. What will it take you to go serve? What will it take you to go help people to you see children in the street looking for children who are in the street for prostitution and all of that. You're just giving fake reasons. You're just giving fake reasons. Not all anyway. Am I encouraging it? No. But the thing is this, there are still good people around that you can go and work with. You have a shirt over your head. It's just for a time. It will not be forever. The little you are getting from there, you can be gathering it. Then start up something. Gather it, start up something. I like when people come to Lagos, Abuja, Port Harcourt. Most people, what they do, accommodation is not the first thing. And I'll be wondering when young guys will be running into accommodation, gathering money to get accommodation. And at the end of the day, the first thing you are going to put a mattress on the ground. You have a good sound, room theater. They now put one blue light. Like my father in the Lord said, a slaughterhouse. Any room where you see bed for ground, my sister, my brother, run. You are not safe. And you can't get red lights or blue lights. You are in danger. I've seen people sharing their good testimony, how they started with a car. Some will even start with balance and carry, because you might not have the money. Now you can drive. Now you are so proud that you don't. The worst part of it, you don't even know how to drive. You are roaming about the street complaining, blaming everybody. If you see big man car pass, you go curse them. You see government car pass, you go curse them. Because you refuse to serve. You refuse to serve. There must be something you know how to do. There is also love in serving. Galatians 5:13. True service is rooted in love. True service, like I said, is something you enjoy. And if you are serving right now, you are not enjoying it, please, I advise you walk away. I'm telling you. It's either you go and reset your mind, renew your mind like the Bible said, or you just walk away. If you have reset your mind, it's not working. Probably that's not what you're supposed to do. You are not enjoying it. If I see people who are angry, they are doing their job, they are being paid, and because you didn't give them tip, they want to mess you up. Most time I just say, okay, if you don't like this job, leave her now. Leave her. I had a staff one time. If you correct him, he's angry. If you talk, and I called him one day. I said, sir, there's anything I don't like. I don't like people feeling uncomfortable around me. I like a cheerful work. I'm cheerful. But when you are not happy, I know. I sat in, I said, okay, if you are not enjoying this work, leave it. Do something you like. Or you are enjoying the work, but you are not enjoying the person you are working with. Sir, I will advise you. Because why you don't spoil relationship, and that's the truth. You are working with somebody, you are not faithful in it, you are not truthful to the person, you are not happy. The person is calling, madam, oga, I dey come. For your mind, you go cause am for back. People around you are where they are laughing, but you are telling them your true identity. Tomorrow, if they have opportunity to hire you as a worker, they will not. They will not. And these are a lot of people have rendered themselves useless. True service. When you serve, people will serve you. You are not ready to serve, but you want people to serve you. And I pray today that God give you the strength to serve.